Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol MYDX. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think it does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I did this video, this analysis, I should say, recently, so that's where these red and green line annotations are coming from. But after today's very nice day, there's certainly some updates here that need to be made. First thing I'm going to do is just some house cleaning. Yes, these green lines down here still do pertain to the chart, but from a presentation standpoint and not wanting a million lines everywhere that can cause clutter and confusion, just want to try to keep this as clean as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those, and that brings about the next update, which is based on a foundational principle in charting, which states when levels of resistance are broken and closed above, you ideally want to see them act as support. So for those of you that maybe watched the last video and hopefully remember, I talked about 005 as a level of resistance, but now that the price is above it, you'd ideally like to see it act as support, and it's actually already acted as support a couple times right here over a couple different occasions. So far so good. Now if the price does drop below 005, I'm not saying that the entire chart's ruined or anything like that, but preferably speaking, if the price can stay above 005, that's going to make the chart look, the most powerful going forward. Taking a step back, looking at the big picture of things, it's really all about that purple line right there, the 50-period simple moving average. And the very simplistic way to look at this is, as long as the price is above that purple line, the bulls are in full control, no questions asked. So again, 005, ideal level of support, but as long as the price is above that purple line, bulls are in full charge of the chart. Now, what about levels of resistance? If this upwards move is going to continue, where are some of these next potential battlegrounds at? For this, going to have to scrunch up the chart here a little bit, so it might get a little bit harder to see. We might actually have to go to another time frame. We are going to go to another time frame. So this is definitely a good problem to have when you have to start to go to time frames because it gets too hard to see. So now we got to zoom in. So, okay, here's some lines from another time I did the video. Who knows how long ago that was. But, all right, let's see here. Keep zooming in, keep zooming in. Very good problem to have because we are going way back into the chart's history. So next key level of resistance, right up there at, I'm going to call, we'll move right, 0065. So 0065, next overall level, key battleground going into next week. But at the end of the day, as long as the price just keeps on doing what it's been doing in terms of putting in these higher lows, like it's done over the past couple weeks, and gets these stair steps in place, then that's the name of the game, and the chart will continue to take care of itself as time unfolds. So nice way to close out the week. We'll see if the bulls can continue to build upon this momentum next week. One of the most popular questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together this free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then by all means, click right there to get access to the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and like I say, it is free. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend.